Welcome to the ultimate hub for all things Manchester United and the biggest stories rocking the world of football. We are kicking things off with the latest updates from Old Trafford, where the squad is sharpening up. Fernandes is back in the spotlight, with his recent form being recognized, yet again, as a massive boost for the team. Meanwhile, we are tracking the return of Harry Maguire from suspension and keeping a close watch on whether Lenny Yoro is ready to rejoin the action on the pitch.
Your brand new iPhone deserves the best protection, and the iLume 3-pack screen protector plus 3-pack camera lens protector has you covered. Don't take risks with your iPhone. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Things are turning toxic over at Stamford Bridge, following a brutal 1-0 defeat to Manchester United. Reports are flooding in about a heated confrontation in the Chelsea dressing room at halftime, where teammates reportedly went for Alejandro Garnacho. The young winger is under immense scrutiny after failing to make an impact and suffering a miserable night that has left his future in London looking more uncertain than ever. Big news coming out of Spain as Barcelona makes a massive decision regarding the future of Marcus Rashford. After an underwhelming loan spell at Camp Nou, the Catalan Giants have reportedly decided not to trigger the buy option for the forward. Despite a decent start, he failed to deliver when it mattered most in crucial Champions League and Copa del Rey fixtures, and now he faces an uncertain road ahead back at Manchester United. Finally, we have an exclusive update on the future of the Manchester United captain Bruno Fernandes. Directors at the club have reached out to initiate a complete U-turn regarding his status, confirming they absolutely do not want him to leave this summer. With Champions League qualification on the horizon, the management is desperate to keep their star man and cement his legacy at the club. If you want to stay ahead of every transfer rumor and match update, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe with notifications turned on so you never miss a beat. Ever wonder what it takes to keep a legacy club like Manchester United trending for all the right reasons? Well, let's talk about Bruno Fernandes. The captain is once again grabbing headlines for his recent form, proving that when the pressure is at its peak, he's the one pulling the strings. It is that kind of consistency that keeps the Old Trafford faithful believing, even when the rest of the squad is in flux. Speaking of the squad, the big question on everyone's mind is the defensive lineup. We are looking at a likely return for Harry Maguire now that his suspension is cleared, which definitely shores up that backline. But the real intrigue, it's all eyes on Lenny Yoro. Everyone is dying to know when he'll truly find his footing in the starting Zai. Is he the missing piece of the puzzle or just another piece of the youth movement? I want to hear your take. Drop a comment below and let me know your ideal starting back four. If you enjoyed the update, hit that subscribe button to stay in the loop. Because in the world of United, the news never sleeps and neither do we. Ever wonder what happens when a high-stakes transfer goes completely sideways? Chelsea's recent loss to Manchester United wasn't just a scoreboard disaster. It was the breaking point for a dressing room already on edge. Things got so heated at halftime that teammates reportedly went for Alejandro Garnacho, turning the tunnel into a pressure cooker of raw frustration. Think about the pressure. Garnacho, a £40 million signing, stepping onto the pitch against his former club, only to deliver a performance that left everyone from the stands to his own side reeling. He replaced an injured Estevo early on, but instead of spark, he brought stagnation. We're talking about a guy who turned the ball over 15 times and whose defensive effort, or lack thereof, practically rolled out the red carpet for Bruno Fernandes to set up the winning goal. When your own talisman, Cole Palmer, is openly calling you out on the pitch, you know the locker room harmony is effectively non-existent. And if the humiliation on the field wasn't enough, his former United teammates seemed to enjoy the downfall, with Luke Shaw posting a social media jab that the rest of the squad couldn't resist piling onto. It's a brutal reality check for a player who has struggled to find his footing, managing only 8 goals in 40 appearances since the move. Chelsea is currently mired in a scoring drought not seen since 1912, and with rumors already swirling about a potential summer exit, Garnacho is quickly running out of time to prove he's worth the hype. Is this just a young player struggling with the weight of the badge, or is the dream move turning into a career-defining nightmare? Drop a comment below with your take on whether Chelsea should cut their losses or double down on their investment. Hit that subscribe button to keep up with all the drama. Because in the Premier League, the story is never just about the 90 minutes on the pitch. Ever wonder what the difference is between a good player and a legendary one? It usually comes down to showing up when the lights are brightest. And right now, in Barcelona, the lights are fading fast for Marcus Rashford. Reports are coming in that the Blaugrana are pulling the plug on their plans to make his loan deal permanent, signaling a frustrating end to what once looked like a perfect match. Think about it. A 30 million euros buy option seemed like a steal just a few months ago, but in football, momentum is a fickle friend. When Rafinha went down with an injury, the stage was set perfectly for Rashford to grab the spotlight and secure his future in Catalonia. Instead, we saw a disappearing act. During the high-stakes pressure of the Champions League quarterfinals and that massive Copa del Rey semi-final against Atletico Madrid, Rashford simply couldn't find his rhythm. 0 goal contributions across those crucial ties. That's not just a slump, that's a wake-up call for the club's board. It's a harsh reality check. 12 goals and 13 assists across the season sounds respectable on paper, but Barcelona doesn't just pay for stats, they pay for impact. The coaching staff is now looking in different directions, with names like Julian Alvarez popping up as the new priorities. It really makes you wonder if the pressure of the Barca badge is just a different beast entirely. So, what's next for the 28-year-old? He's heading back to Manchester United with a contract running until 2028, but with an uncertain path ahead, he needs to find his clinical edge fast if he wants to stay at the elite level. Hansi Flick still needs him for these final league games to lock up that title, but make no mistake, the audition for a permanent spot in Spain is officially closed. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments. Do you think Rashford can reignite his career back in the Premier League, or is his best football already behind him? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Is the bridge finally being mended at Old Trafford? Manchester United's leadership has suddenly shifted gears, reaching out to captain Bruno Fernandes with a clear message. They don't want him anywhere near the exit door this summer. It is a massive turnaround for a club that, just last year, seemed surprisingly open to offloading their talisman. If you remember, that earlier stance left Bruno feeling deeply insulted, and frankly, who could blame him? He has been the heartbeat of this team through thick and thin. Now, reports suggest the brass is desperate to keep him, and rightfully so, given the absolute masterclass of a season he has put together. Even though his current deal features a €65 million release clause that overseas clubs could theoretically trigger, the atmosphere at the club is shifting. With Champions League football finally within their grasp, there is a growing belief behind the scenes that Fernandes will pause any thoughts of a departure. With his contract running until 2027, plus a handy 12-month extension option, United clearly wants him to be the face of their future. Do you think Bruno should stay and commit to this rebuild, or is it time for him to test his luck at a club already fighting for major trophies? Let me know your take in the comments below, and don't forget to hit subscribe for more daily United updates. After all, a captain is only as good as the project he believes in.